What if I told you that Krishna's people, the Yadavas, the clan protected by God himself, did not fall in war? They were not defeated by demons. They were not destroyed by rival kings. They killed each other. Not on a battlefield. Not for justice. But in a drunken rage, under the open sky, using blades of grass. This is not a forgotten footnote, this is the final chapter of the Mahabharata. And M.V. Dhurandhar captures this moment with terrifying honesty. This is the night Dharma quietly exits the world. Before we witness the fall, we must understand the eyes painting it. Mahadev Vishwanath Dhurandhar. In the early 20th century, while other artists were painting gods as distant, untouchable icons, Dhurandhar did something radical. He was a master of the Bombay school, trained in Western academic realism but possessed by an Indian soul. He didn't just paint myths, he painted human psychology. When you look at his work, you aren't looking at a holy picture, you are looking at a raw, visceral moment of truth. Dhurandhar was obsessed with the humanity of the Mahabharata. He wanted you to smell the salt of the sea at Dwaraka and feel the heat of the Yadavas' rage. By choosing his painting to tell this story, we aren't just looking at mythology, we are looking at a mirror of human nature. Look closely at Dhurandhar's painting. There is chaos, but not glory. No heroic poses. No divine light. Dhurandhar was a master of realism, and here, he strips the Yadavas of their divinity. Men are screaming. Bodies collapse. Weapons are improvised. Faces are twisted with rage, not righteousness. These are not enemies, they are cousins. Brothers. Friends who once laughed together in Dwaraka. Dhurandhar doesn't romanticize the moment. He paints civilizational collapse. This is what the end of an age looks like. The Yadavas were not ordinary people. They were warriors, kings, descendants of the lunar dynasty. This was Krishna's clan, the same people who defeated the tyrant Jarasandha and built the golden city of Dwaraka from the sea. But power stayed with them too long. Victory bred arrogance. Peace bred excess. Behind the gold walls, Dharma began to rot. They felt untouchable because they had the Lord of the universe walking among them. Their fate was sealed by two shadows. The first was Gandhari's curse. After the Great War, she looked at the wreckage of her family and blamed Krishna, cursing his clan to perish in fratricide 36 years later. Krishna accepted it with a smile. The second was the curse of the sages. When the Yadavas mocked the sages by dressing Krishna's son Samba as a woman and asking if she would give birth. The sages see through the insult. Their answer is calm, deadly. The sages replied, "He will give birth to an iron pestle that will destroy your entire clan." The Yadavas laugh. They ground that pestle to dust and threw it into the sea, thinking they had outsmarted fate. Years later, on the shores of Prabhasa, the omens come true. The Yadavas drink heavily. Old grudges from the Kurukshetra War resurface. Satyaki mocks Kritavarma, words turn into insults. Someone strikes someone else, not with a sword, but with a blade of urka grass. The grass had grown from the very dust of the iron pestle they threw away. As they pluck it, the grass transforms back into iron rods. The curse awakens in their very hands. The fight spreads like fire. Fathers strike sons. Uncles kill nephews. Friends slaughter friends. There is no war cry, no strategy, only madness. Dhurandhar paints bodies tangled together, not as warriors, but as animals devouring themselves. This is Adharma without an enemy. It is the terrifying reality that when a society loses its moral compass, it doesn't need an invader to destroy it. It will do the job itself. Where is Krishna? He is there. He watches. And he does nothing. Because this destruction is not evil, it is completion. It is the pruning of a garden that has grown wild. Even God does not interfere when the laws of karma and time demand closure. He understands that the Yadavas, in their current state of arrogance, cannot be allowed to enter the next age. Balrama, the elder brother, walks away from the carnage. He sits by the ocean in deep meditation. From his mouth emerges a great white serpent, Ananta Shisha, returning to the cosmic waters. He leaves the world quietly, not in battle, but in transition. The foundation of the world is shifting. Krishna could have stopped it with a word. But the Yadavas had become what they once fought against: power without humility. Strength without restraint. No civilization survives that, not even divine ones. By allowing them to perish, Krishna ensures that the errors of the past do not pollute the future. He teaches us that even the most blessed people are not immune to the consequences of their character. After the Yadavas fall, Krishna is struck by an arrow, made from the last remaining shard of that same iron pestle. He leaves the world, and Dwaraka sinks into the sea. The Dvapara Yuga ends. Kali Yuga begins. Dhurandhar's painting is not just a historical scene, it is a warning for us today. No one is immune to collapse. Not even God's own people. If Krishna's own clan could fall from within, what does that say about us? If this story moved you, subscribe for more mythology told through art.